Do you want to talk about Cobra?
Yeah, why not? Let's talk about Cobra. I love that movie.
Cobra, it's funny. Cobra, I've only seen it a couple, I'm going to say almost 7 years ago I saw it originally.
Oh, really? I've seen it a lot.
Yeah,
I watched it recently.
And it's just underrated.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not talked about in the same breath as Rambo, as Rocky. I don't know why. It's so good.
Here's a story behind it. Originally, Stallone was supposed to be in Beverly Hills Cop. That was supposed to be a serious film. But then when Beverly Hills Cop went through rewrite, they decided to go in the lighter direction of Beverly Hills Cop. Then that's where Stallone went in doing Cobra instead.
I can kind of see it,
Yeah.
And in going back to what I was saying in terms of an interesting blend with horror films, for those who have seen Cobra, if you haven't already, go watch Cobra and then come back to this.
Yeah.
Obviously. But for those who have seen Cobra, it also has an interesting blend of action, movie, and horror.
I can see that.
The villains in Cobra, more or less, are basically a slasher cult.
Yeah, exactly.
Are basically an 80s precursor to like Antifa.
Right.
Like essentially.
Well, the part when he goes to his apartment when he's eating a slice of frozen pizza and then watching the news, they make reference to calling them the slasher killer. I'm thinking, was that a reference to serial killer Richard Ramirez at the time, I guess? Or even I'm overthinking that.
I always thought that Cobra was Stallone's answer to Dirty Harry.
A little bit. And a little bit of French Connection or something.
Yeah, and there's some Death Wish in there. There's definitely
well, French Connection, he doesn't go by the book. He thinks that all these, killers should be, killed instead of being put behind bars.
Right. And I do find it funny that, Top Gun was the one that, popularized the 80s aviators.
Right.
Because really, this movie should have.
Right. I like this
when I watched that movie, I just want to be wearing some black aviators.
Yeah.
That got me into, in terms of clothing, that got me into polos. That got me into...
Right. I like the poster. I like the stylist Stallone wears the film. The glasses, got the gun.
Yeah, and I love that opening.
Yeah.
It's very Punisher.
A little bit, yeah.
It's very what would inspire the Punisher... and it makes me think.
Well, would Stallone have been a good Punisher? Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. Given Cobra, maybe. Listen, maybe there's an alternate universe somewhere where we got a Punisher movie with
Cobra.
Basically.
I would watch that.
I would watch that too.
Right.
And then it would probably be a crossover between Stallone and Eastwood.
Yeah,
because who's Frank Castle's right-hand man?
Right.
Microchip, but Nick Fury. Nick Fury, of course, was the comic book version, the OG comic book version before the Ultimate Universe. But that's it.
Right, gotcha. Then I would totally watch that in a different.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And also, he has Cobra and his partner have to protect Bridget Nielsen, who at the time that was Stallone's real life wife at the time, because she witnessed the serial killer murdering somebody when she passed.
Right. And can we just be guys for a minute?
Okay.
And say that Bridget Nielsen in this movie is really, really stunning.
Yeah, I can agree. Yeah, she was beautiful.
Yeah, and tall. It's funny,
right?
She's taller than Stallone in this
That's
movie.
True. Well, in the movie, we see that she's a model, and before the crazy chaos, her boss was basically trying to sleep with her so she can boost her career. But then the slasher stalker killed the. I don't know if that was her agent or whatever, but here's the point. After that, so much for trying to boost your career, then the slasher killer trying to kill her.
Yeah, and the final scene in the steel plant.
Yeah,
that's gonna be one of the most metal deaths I've ever seen.
Yes.
I mean, it's impaled on a hook, and then in the I want to say lava chamber or whatever it was. I don't know the word for it, but yeah,
Andrew Robinson is one of, plays a typical douchebag cop who doesn't believe in Cobra's methods.
Right.
Yeah.
And let's just talk about the main villain, because he does have one other credit to fame, or maybe to defame.
He was in the first Terminator
from Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
I didn't see that one.
The main villain, yeah.
Never saw it.
Same actor. You're not missing much. Missing much.
I'll take your word for it. I've heard it's bad, but I've never seen it itself.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
But I know the one line, though, "Mother, you're alive and you will die," because I saw that in most worst movie quotes.
Will die. Exactly like that. That's
right.
That's verbatim right there.
Right. Well, also, that guy who played the killer, he was also in the first Terminator. He's one of the punks that the Terminator killed. Right. Yeah. Wash tomorrow. Nothing clean, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Nothing clean.
Wow. We have gone full circle. We have gone full circle. Okay.
And the woman that, worships him, that actress has been a lot of different things, and here's a funny thing. She was supposed to be the main character on Seinfeld originally before, again, she is a good actress, but she's not one for comedy. She's more of a serious actress than comedy.
You said Seinfeld?
Yeah, Seinfeld. She was in the first episode as a waitress who was going to be one of the main characters, but it worked out perfectly.
That's too funny.
Yeah, it is. But again, she is a good actress, just not comedy. She's a serious actress.
Well, you never know. I mean, look at Eddie Murphy in Vampire.
I don't even.
You gotta.
Less said the better about that movie. But anyway,
I like that movie. I just saw that movie a couple days ago too.
That's okay, but that's a topic for a different time. But anyway, that's okay.
We're getting off track here.
Well, especially, like I said, Stallone was going to be Beverly Hills Cop before they went the comedy with Eddie Murphy.
Right.
Yeah, different story, but still interesting fact right there about. And also, there's supposedly a director's cut to this film that's never been released because, again, the rights issues, the director, and who owns it, and I'm curious to check it out.
Right?
Yeah, Cobra. Yes, Cobra. Because supposedly there's a darker director's cut to this movie, because I guess with what the original cut was supposed to be, the studio would say, no, cut this out, trim this out, and...
Interesting.
I'm curious to check it out.
I guess you got to take it up with Warner Brothers, because they own it.
Yep. The big WB.
Big WB.
Yes. The Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister Dot. Animated.
They try to chop up my film, you know. I want it to be darker, and they said no.
I do like the film, and I get the point of how he has a love interest, but it's it's kind of forced a little bit, and not...
Now here's the question.
What?
now I have a question.
Is it a juicy question?
There is an argument to be made, because they're in the opening scene of Cobra.
Right.
Would you consider Cobra a Christmas movie?
I guess a little bit. There is some Christmas.
Because it does take place on Christmas.
Yes. But I admit, I haven't watched it at Christmas since I've in my.
I do.
That's okay. That's okay. I respect that. Just like Die Hard, I watched Cobra.
Just like Die Hard, just like Batman Returns.
Right. Okay. There's good point. Right, and especially again with going back to when he's at his apartment, he's watching some Christmas commercials.
Yeah, and like I said, in the opening scene, it's during Christmas time.
Yes.
So
yes, yeah. Right. Well, again, it does take place at Christmas, but Christmas movie, nah. But that's okay. You can watch it at Christmas. That's okay. That's your opinion.
I put it in an honor.
That's fine. That's okay. I get it. If you want a different Christmas alternative, put on Cobra.
Celebrate Christmas the American way with Cobra.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about Angel the City by Robert Tapper, who did There's No Easy Way Out from Rocky IV.
Right.
One of my favorite songs from the 80s.
Yeah,
songs in general.
Yeah, Robert Tapper's on the soundtrack.
Yes.
Also, just an odd pick, but if you're a punk rock fan, but John Bouvla, originally of the Plasmatics, from Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics. If you're a punk rock fan, if you're a diehard 80s punk rock fan, you know who he is. But he did the famous "Feel the Heat" song in Cobra for the montage.
Right.
And it's really cool. Really.
And out of curiosity, I don't know what the story is, who the original like sound again, because anytime I've like gone on YouTube and read comments of people like, oh, when I saw this in the theaters, that was not the song they used, but they must have taken it down because of the copyright when they released it through physical media.
Right. There, like I said, I was talking about Top Gun, right? Top Gun originally, before they decided on Highway to the Danger Zone, they were going to use
Danger Zone.
They were going to use Judas Priest Turbo Lover.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which, if you listen to it, it's very Top Gun, but the lyrics, not so much.
Right. Well, I guess for me, because again, we admit we weren't around the 80s. We're used to what the soundtracks is at this point in our lives.
Yeah,
but I get it, though.
Like I said, it's all down to alternate universes.
Yeah.
somewhere in an alternate universe, there is Top Gun with Turbo Lover as a soundtrack,
or Charles Bronson and Clint Eastwood,
along with Man with the Golden Gun with the Alice Cooper song of the same name. Right. Also kicks a lot of ass.
Right.
Christopher Lee actually tried to argue for that song.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, not surprising, given that Christopher Lee was a diehard metalhead.
Right, gotcha. Interesting. I never would have known that about Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you learn about him.
He was that cool grandpa.
Right.
He was that cool grandpa.
Right. Well, it's interesting when you learn about a famous person you never would expect about what their likes or dislikes or what their common interest is that you never would expect.
It's just so funny, like, thinking, Sir Christopher Lee.
Right.
Giant, like big nerd, big metalhead. It's just, like... it's like finding out Bach used to mosh in like these thrash pits or something like that.
Believe it or not, Kubrick, for example, a guy who wrote such dark films, but he loved TV comedy films. He loved Seinfeld.
I can believe that.
Right. He said he was a big comedy guy.
Not to get off on a tangent, but look at guys like David Lynch, right?
Right.
He loved like romance and
interesting,
like weird off the wall, movies.
Interesting. I never would have guessed that about him.